All right, let's see if you guys are ready. Are you guys ready? Oh, let's see. Yeah, looking better. Mic check, mic check. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. Mic check. Who is here? Who is here and who has questions? See, I'm in my wilderness, man. I'm in my old man. Probably shave this down tomorrow. Let me see if I got my old man glasses. All right, I got some old man glasses. There we go. There we go. All right, I can see you guys. All right, got my old man glasses on. Yo, contractor, what's happening, brother? What's happening? All right, 63 Impala. What is up? What is happening? I guess I'm gonna start. Oh, HVAC School is on right now. He's on Instagram. On the gram. All right, let's see what we got here. Who else is in the house? Derek, what's the word? You know, let me see who. Ooh, my bad. I didn't include the Instagram. There it is. There it is. Damn. All this time I didn't include. Ah, yes, Derek from Chicago. What's happening? All right, you're currently online trying to sign up for Everest, but can't find who to send the email to. You don't need anyone in particular. Let me see. Everest switches people every. What the hell am I doing? I got my email right here. Everest. All right, let's go through some stuff. Normally, I will contact these people on your behalf and I'll talk to them. Let's see what I got here. Everest refrigeration, from cool beans to frozen greens. All right, we'll do this. Let me show my email. SQ Services, what's happening? All right. And then 63 Impala says, you've been in a food truck park again today. Speaking of food trucks, you guys. So I had an owner. This guy owns a nightclub. And it turns out for less than installing ventilation and all that stuff in a commercial kitchen in your facility, you can get a food truck. You can get a food trailer for less than it would cost you to have all that construction done in your building. So this guy who has, unspeakable amounts of untold wealth, oh damn, what happened to that? So he went and he had enough space in the back of his nightclub where he can put a food trailer. And so he's got a lot of expensive stuff back there. I don't work on food trailers. I lectured this guy time and time again, And put a 1 in the chat if the sound is okay. Put a 2 if you need me to make an adjustment to the sound. So let me get to sharing you. Let me begin with sharing my screen. Let's see here. All right, so Everest spams me with all kind of emails. All right, so this is for aging meat. Let's see what email they're using. And I just got an email about Veetsan. Veetsan, I'm a servicer for them. They were bought by Electrolux, so now they're part of the Veetsan family. What do they usually? Oh, now I got to put on the freaking reading glasses. All right. Hold on. What do they want you to email to? I think it's like Everest.service or something like that. I think it's Everest.service. Let me see if I can find one. Let me see if I could find an Everest email. Oh, subscribe. What is this? That's from 2023, and that's their articles that they paid for. All right, so we're getting a little old with the Everest. Oh, Everest. All right, so this Everest. Woohoo! All right, here we go. So we'll go with this. So here is a, excuse me. Here's an email for you. That's feedback. We don't want feedback. We want a service email. We want a service email. What the hell is this? No, that's SoundHound. America's Grocery Store. What is this? Ensures America's Grocery Stores. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. That's something from somebody wanted to do some marketing for me. Let's see what else I could find. I have an Everest Dispatch, but it's under a different name. That says 2017. All right, this is not working out too well. Tell you what, because the other one, it's like Everest.service. So what we'll do is this. Yeah, I think it's Everest in Florida. Okay, good. The sound is all right. All right, so Courtney says, it's me, Courtney, in Florida. I just add my business name to YouTube. Oh, good for you. We're going to do this. I'm going to remove this. And I am going to add another one. And then we'll find it together. We'll find it. And don't be afraid to give these people a phone call. That's not a problem. Once again, you must be direct. Don't beat around the bush. Oh God, those glasses too long. Don't beat around the bush, people. All right, so that was Cornelius. And where are these damn? All right. So what is it that you said you worked on? You worked on one of their water and ice vendors. I can look up there. Yeah, please do. Please look this up for me. Help a brother out. Everest Refrigeration. I mean, all this stuff is right here. There it is right there. So let me add this one. I'm going to stop that screen. I am going to share another one. And thank you all for coming, showing up, asking questions, and like mediocre tools and mediocre tutorials and reviews says, and being active. So thank you all for being active. All right, so there it is. It's technical support, and there's the email. It is just service@everest.service. There you go, right there. There you are. That is what you should do. There's your information. I am going to get set up. I had a crazy week, and my week is nowhere near being done. The crazy just keeps coming. All right, so what do you say you worked on there? No, this is a different Everest. That Everest is different. 63 Impala, that's two different Everests. That's the Everest, the vendor. The ice machine vending? No, this is Everest, the refrigeration company. Different one. And let me check in on my Instagramming. Hey, I got somebody. Well, I had somebody. What's happening? I had one person. They are now gone. Right? So for those of you tuning in, my name is Mike Reed. I'm an appliance service technician. Been in the business since the 90s. And I am here to give people information that they need to know about this business. How you can make the transition over from residential appliances over to commercial. And along the way, I'm trying to help out other people who may be in other industries such as general contracting and the like. Helping y'all come on over because it's a little easier for people that are in plumbing, and it's a lot easier for people that are in the electrical business to come on over. So let me see here. So hopefully you've gotten this information. Service at everestref.com. So the abbreviation for refrigeration. So like I told you guys before, Everest, Atosa, Turbo Air, Dukers, Blue Air, all of that fun stuff. All of the fun stuff. So this is a different one. All right, so I got fun times to go over with these damn smokers, man. These damn smokers. I was dealing with old freaking Hickory pits, man. That was not fun. That was not fun at all. At all. Not fun at all. Let me see if this thing is going to hook up. I don't know why I'm not. Apple is always having fun times at my expense. Let me see if this thing is going to hook up. And it is not. It is not connecting to my phone. I'm trying to hook up. Usually when I hook up my phone to the laptop, I normally just get my videos right away. So let's see what we got here. I guess we'll do this video by video, picture by picture. So it's unfortunate, but that's what we're going to have to do today. My apps, what's happening? Let me see if this thing is going to show a video. And it is not. That's fine. All right, let's get going. Let me start to show you. I hate to do this start and stop jazz, but it is what I gotta do. All right. Anybody know what this is? Oh, good, you guys can see that. I'm glad. Anybody know what that is, by the way? This thing got a ways to go. While we're doing that, let me see if I can pick up a video, man. Here we go. There's a video. And then we'll bring this in. All right, so what I'm showing you is These are all part of the smokers. No, you guys aren't too familiar. No. Yeah, I like the. That's a rooftop. The yellow that you see, those are gas lines. Yeah, that's an exhaust hood. Extraction. Why the heck? Oh, this is. There we go. Finally. Uh-oh. Damn. This is going to be one of those days. I'm trying to help out a client. You guys want to know? We'll show this too. Bam. Here we go. One second. We are building it as we fly it. You guys wanted to work on walk-ins, right? So while I was up there on the roof, oh, this is sideways. While I was up there on the roof, I was dealing with this. Anybody know what this is? Any clues whatsoever? Go ahead, I'll wait. All right, what we got here? Yeah, the first one was exhaust. So I noticed this while I was up on the roof. Now, mind you, this is brand new construction. Brand new construction. So what do you think that is? Yes, it is brand new construction. Yes, sir. Bam. There we go. That is the condenser unit for the walk-in. Brand new. I explained to the dealer a ton of time. Hey, I said, hey, man, you need to get your guys to come back out here because this walk-in is going to go down, and it's going to go down hard. So what you hear is that unit short cycling. Yep, that's the condenser. You hear that unit short. This unit is 2 weeks old, and it's already short cycling. You have frost on the inside of the walk-in box. If I were to touch this, then I would be then married to the damn thing. So my number one rule is you do not touch it. Do not touch it. Once you work on that damn walk-in box, you're in it. You're in it for life. So you're either going to be the hero or you're going to be the villain. So that's going to be your choice. That is going to be, good, I found some pictures. That is going to be your choice on which one you are going to be once you touch that sucker. So I got another picture coming up for you. I noticed this last week, and I brought this up to everybody. Well, the dealer. I brought this up to the dealer, right? So what you notice in this picture, first of all, they got product way too close to the evaporator, right? This is them being thoughtful. I have other pictures where I didn't save it. I just sent it directly to the dealer where they have the boxes actually resting up against the bottom of the evaporator. That's the drain pan where that little bag is of green. That's the drain pan, just millimeters up above it. When you have product that close to the drain is not going to be able to thaw out all the ice and everything else that's over there, because it has to essentially cook whatever is in the box below it, and it's not designed to do that. So you're going to have buildup, and that's something that, let's see if I can make this bigger. Hey, fun times. My stuff always works sometimes. This, I don't know if the date is there. Let me see if I can tell you guys the date from this. This was Thursday. This was Thursday of last week. So if you can imagine how this thing is now, this was Thursday of last week. So be careful. I know you guys want to get involved with this stuff, but you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars of product. At this moment, I'm not responsible for any of this. I am not liable for any of this. I am being a team player. All right? Yeah, I'm being a team player. But when this goes down, and this will go down hard, this will go down hard, I want no parts of it. I want no parts of it. So I'm trying to tell you all, hey, look, when you see some of this drama out there, don't go jumping out there, stretching your neck to get it cut off. You're not established in the business. I'm established in the business. I'm running around. I'm taking care of their other walk-ins. Not their walk-ins. Whew. I'm taking care of their other refrigeration items, cold wells and all that kind of stuff. Their ice machines, all of their ice machines. And yet and still, on this, I say no. Too many cooks in the kitchen. The installer set all of this up, put everything in motion. The installer needs to come back and they need to make the adjustments. Do not go sticking your ladle into somebody else's gumbo. It didn't go down. You're looking at the screen. Are you not looking at the screen? This is very important. You should never see this. You should never hear. Let me get that. Let me go back. Let me go back. Oh yeah, there it is. Listen closely. My apologies for this thing being sideways. You should never hear that sound. That is short cycling. They're going to have to make adjustments. What you're looking at in the screen there, that's the pin low pressure switch. Do not go fumbling around with people's damn walk-ins. Don't do it. All right, it needs to run. It shouldn't run and start. No refrigeration is going to run in such a fashion. It is going to run for what's called a cycle. It's going to run. It is going to bring the unit down to a proper temperature, and it is going to terminate at that temperature. Exactly, right? So Wilco right here says the pressure switch needs adjusting. Yes. Pressure switch needs adjusting. And coming at you. Let's see if I got another one here. Where is this? I'm gonna try to attach this to the browser. Nah, I didn't want to play. It doesn't want to play. I want to play fair today. All right, I got another picture coming up for you. Bear with me today. Bear with me. I just jumped out the shower. So I had to get this thing rocking and rolling. Now, what you are seeing here on your screen is that's the door closer. What you are noticing, and I'm please forgive me for not being prepared for this lesson, shall we say. I don't know. I didn't install it. I didn't pay attention. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it. I'm there for the deep fryers. I'm there for the range, the griddle, the grill, the cold wells, the hot wells, the soup warmer. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it. This was designed. The dealer did the design. All right. So the run and everything, all this stuff is calculated. Everything is done. This isn't something new. This is something that they do for a living, and they're very good at it. So it's not like it's some crazy weird thing. And what the hell is going on? Okay, let's say. All right, good. Everybody on Instagram is just about caught up. Everybody that did want to come and stay. What you are looking at here on the screen, what you are looking at is the door closer. Those of you who have followed me since day one have seen the Kaizen door closer sets that I have. This roller that's up there is supposed to go up into the hook and close the door. So you have the client that is improperly using the walk-in. Then even when they think that they're closing the door is not closed. It is staying like that. Now, you might think that might be me being a little petty. Not, there's 4 screws right there. Let me see if I can blow this thing up. Let me see if I can make this a little larger. All right, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. There we go. Yeah, you can see it. Once you do that, the catch, you can slide the catch. Yeah, see, you can slide it up. You can see here in this picture, based on this picture here, they put it in place and forgot to move it. They forgot to set it. So they just screwed it in, left it all the way down. It's all the way down. They forgot to bring it up into place where the spring is going to go in and then go into position, fully extend, and then it brings the door closed. Do not stick your neck out. This is someone else's job. This was not my job. This was a job that someone was paid thousands of dollars to do. They need to come back. They have to finish the job. So that is number 1 rule. I don't F around with somebody else's work. This is somebody else's work. They need to come out. They need to straighten it out. I sent out the SOS. I told the dealer. The dealer contacted these people. Hey, man, that's their money. The company that does this, they do this for a living. They do nothing else. This is all that they do. All right, we were sent out. So he can say we were sent out on a walk-in that was recently delivered that had a burnt run capacitor. Yeah. A start capacitor and pressure switch. The manufacturer had to ship another one out the next day. That's unusual. That's crazy. It really is crazy. I myself, I've never been in any situation like that. Never have I ever, right? As the young ones say, never have I ever. So here we go. Oh, damn it. You guys saw it. You guys saw it. Son of a motherless goat. So this is what you see. Oh, no. Oh, is this the rolling one? Oh, I got more. I got more. No, this isn't the rolling one. This is the same one. This is the same one. The rolling one, there's so much. There's so much wrong. There's so much. So much. There's so much. All right, so this is what it looks like from the inside. From the inside looking out. That is much. That is how much warm, humid air is just rushing in to this freezer, to this walk-in box. So I had questions before. They say, hey, Mike, how is this any different? How's a walk-in box any different from, a self-contained refrigerator? Well, you're starting to see, and you're starting to see right now. It is quite different. There are so many other things that you're going to have to deal with, and you want to make sure that when you deal with it, there's going to be no other cooks in the kitchen. And when I mean cooks in the kitchen, I don't literally mean the cook's line like that. I mean, you're going to be the only one making adjustments. You don't want to go ahead and make adjustments to the low pressure switches and adjusting pressures, adjusting defrost times. You leave, and the next day somebody comes and does something completely different. It doesn't work out, and then somebody calls you to come back out. You don't want that situation. Trust me, you do not want any parts of that. So you want to make sure when the job is yours, it is all yours. It is all yours, and you're the only one messing with it. You want to make sure that that is the agreement, because I would have started to make adjustments, and no one was going to call these people and let them know. They could have been reacting off of the initial call, come out on the scene and start making adjustments. Well, it's working fine, but they called us to come out here. They said there was a problem, and then they start making adjustments. So be careful. Be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful. And I have more. I have more. What the hell is that? But anyway, I want to get back to the old hickory. I sidetracked myself. Normally it's you guys sidetracking me. I sidetracked my freaking self. All right, so you saw that. You saw this. All of this is because of those 4 Phillips head screws. All of that is because of the screws. Oh, the picture didn't get sent. That's what happened. There we go. The picture didn't get sent. All right, so this is more of the underside of that unit, all the way at the back wall. You have all this condensation, and the reason why you have this frost and this condensation is, one, because of the door, and it's wreaking havoc. It's wreaking havoc on this system. And I'm the canary in the coal mine. I'm trying to tell these people, nobody wants to listen. And it's at the point where you heard this short cycle. It's at the point where it's going to go down. Now, let's see here. Let me go back to my hickory. Has anybody ever worked on a smoker? Have you ever heard of a smoker, a commercial smoker, before I brought it to your attention? Talk to me, people. Let me know what's happening. Let me know. I know this is a comment from earlier, contractor, but yeah, I decided to put it out there anyway. So, Bueller. You can sit there and be shy all you want to. I'm going to get it out of you. You are going to say something. All right, so my app said no. Man, you think I would be able to figure out which way to flip the damn phone? All right, so my app said no. Let me see if I got another video. I have other videos, man, I swear to you. All right, queuing up another video. You had never heard of it, all right? Okay, never heard of it before. Once again, this thing is showing it sideways. I do apologize. Oh, there you guys ain't seen it. Hold on 1 second. And this is sideways. I don't know why it is. This is apple to apple, and it's still not doing this correctly. So what you see, these are the shelves in here that rotate. So you put your brisket, your chicken, your sausages, whatever other protein you're going to put in there. And this is brand new. This thing has only been working for like a week, and that's what it looks like. So this is a commercial smoker. I'll give you a right side view. I had to work this thing like old school remote control. This is nuts. There we go. There we go. And here we go. I do apologize. I could probably upload this if it gets to be annoying. I could probably upload this to Safari. Matter of fact, I think I would try Safari. All right, you guys got this on the screen? Let me see what you got. Yeah, let me make myself small. All right, so this is what it looks like when it's right side up. All right, good. Thank you all for putting in a couple of words. I do appreciate that. So this thing cooks by smoke. In the rear, what you don't see is behind these shelves, there's a whole nother chamber. In that chamber, that's where they're throwing the wood. And that wood then is going to kick smoke into this chamber, and it's going to use that heated smoke to cook protein, whatever they're putting in there. That's what's actually cooking the food. It is a indirect heat. Now this is not. Let's see here. Oh, why is this so slow? There we go. I have no idea why this is so slow. So, man, all right, perfect. So you can see here that the temperature rating, and I was incorrect earlier when I said that it cooks like around 200 degrees. It cooks at around 300 degrees, as you can see here on the dial. It cooks around 300 or so degrees is where this customer has it, or is it 150 on the interior? I don't know. I'm not an expert on these damn smokers, bro. I am not an expert on the damn thing. But they cook by way of indirect heat. Now, what I was exposed to today is as the suckers rotate around. Let me see if I can get this play for you. As this thing is rotating around, as the food is going around. Oh, good. You guys can see more of the controls. All right, perfect. I'm just going to do show and tell. So as this sucker's going around, you see the needle will go up. It'll go up. They usually have it set, at 12 o'clock. These are the switches for, oh, yeah. All right. Main, so they turn on the burner so that there is a blowtorch. It's pretty much like a pizza oven, like one of the brick ovens. It's a blowtorch that is heating up hickory wood, and then that smoke gets channeled into the cooking chamber. That heated smoke is cooking the food, and they have a process where the smoke is contained in that cavity, and once you open up the doors, there is a damper that will open up, shutters, if you will, shutters that will open up, and in that shutter, oh, nice. What? Nice. Yeah, it is and here in Texas, they are pretty well known. They already have a company here, but the other ones that I told you guys about, they don't have anybody. So they're a good. See, that's the old hickory. So it's a good one to get started with. So anyway, when you open it, see, so they have a switch for the rack and then for the fan. So that's what I was showing you earlier with the exhaust hood on the roof. So this is what's above that smoker. This extraction fan is supposed to come on and extract the hood so that the smoke doesn't fill the cooking area. It doesn't fill the restaurant. The problem that they're having is that this hood is running all the time instead of letting the process happen where the smoke is filling that chamber and cooking the food by way of smoke. So as a favor to the restaurant owner, the dealer offered up my assistance, of which, yeah, I was not successful with. I do not. It was quite a bit. There's quite a bit involved with this. For the first time since I've been in Houston, there's a company that's going to come out and they're gonna look into this. So this shaft right here, this is where the heat comes out from when they're torching the wood. So the heat comes up here, and then the smoke goes into this chamber, as you can see. Smoke goes there. All right, let me see here. I got no questions on Instagram. All right. So the smoke goes there, which is why it looks like that. So they have I'm sorry, I don't have any pictures of the baffle system. So they have a baffle system that opens and closes to keep the smoke on the inside. This is what you're going to see on the roof. They're using this brand of hood. I mean, this brand of extraction blower for all of the hot side. All of the hot side is using this brand. So the two are independent. This isn't sold with the Old Hickory. This isn't provided by Old Hickory. So this is purely spec'd out by the client. Purely spec'd out by them. These are out there. These are, they are in California. They're in Tennessee. They're in Atlanta. All over the East Coast. There are tons of items for you to service out there. So I went this long roundabout way to tell you, hey, look, these items are out there. If you become proficient in them, there is gold in them darn hills. Yes, right. So contractor, he gets it. So if the fan is always running, there's no smoke. There's no smoke building up inside that unit. So yeah, that was part of the thing. They wanted me to try and do it, but they believe that it is wired. The manufacturer believes that it's wired incorrectly. So I have. Let me see if I think this is about the last of it. So this is what the extraction hood looks like after a week. This is after a week. The other one that they're currently using, it looks nothing like that. So the one that's not working, all the smoke is coming up and out. And the one that is working looks brand new. So this sucker looks like a cigar shop. All right. So anyway, so this is big business. So why am I showing you this kind of stuff? I am showing you this stuff, these pieces of equipment, because there is a demand. I'm showing you this because there is a need for people to go out and take care of this stuff. Yeah, it's just heat. Yeah, just like contractor said, it's doing right. It's supposed to do right. The control of the heat is supposed to stay inside, and the heat is supposed to smoke the protein. It isn't supposed to, all that smoke is not supposed to end up on the roof. That smoke is only supposed to end up on the roof when it's a set of French doors. When they open the doors, there is a door switch that gets activated. The door switch closes the baffle. The door switch opens the baffle. The smoke goes through that baffle. The fan turns on, and help extract that smoke so the smoke doesn't billow out from the doors and into the cooking establishment. So it's not working that way. It was just that the smoke was constantly evacuating up onto the roof. And it should only evacuate up on the roof when they go to put in protein and when they come to take out protein products. So that's what that's about. That's what that's about. But questions, comments, concern. Oh, here's the brand. Here's the brand of that. They and this should come up. I at least got this part of a remote control. So this is the brand that they're using on all of them. There's the phone number in case you guys want to look into this. Thermaltake. So if you're at all interested, there it is. Trying to bring you, news you can use. Hold on, let me hit my thing. I don't use it like I should. I don't use it like I should. Hold on a second. Did this thing type? Nope. This is news that you can use, right? So there you go. So if you can see that, it is 1-800-476-5888. And we're going to go to back to Old Hickory. If I can freaking find it. All right, there we go. So we're back, and we are back. Long drawn out way of saying, but I have so many things I had to address at this godforsaken place. So many things. The vast majority of you, when I say the vast majority of you, I literally mean 99.999% of you will not get involved with new construction, install, any of these type of drama issues. You're going to come in, your jobs are going to involve you coming in after the establishment has already been running a number of months. And then you're going to take care of, hopefully you would just take care of smaller things. And as you progress with your skill level, as you progress and become comfortable with the equipment, then you would graduate to taking on larger and larger tasks. But yeah, at this point, I just had to be the eyes and the hands for like Old Hickory. There were already several, the electricians were out there, a number of other people were out there. And so I was asked to step in to help relay some information to the manufacturer so that they can get a good idea of what's going on, so they can guide the owners on what they need to do. But I'm not trying to scare you guys with any of this stuff. I just want you to know that these different appliances do exist. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. This smoker is the business. It isn't the burger. It isn't the burgers and the buns. This, what you see right here, this is the business. This is the restaurant. That is the restaurant. See that? That's the same shelves. The ribs are where the money is. The brisket is where the money is. The money is not in the burger. People can go anywhere to get a burger. I mean, you could practically go to a vegan restaurant and get a burger, right? You can go anywhere and get a burger. But if you want ribs, if you want some smoked sausage, you're going to go to a barbecue joint, and a barbecue joint is going to smoke their product. All right. So they asked you to make it a race. Slow down without hitting the brakes. Yeah. Yes, sir. So just know that there's a ton of stuff. Just because a place is brand new doesn't mean, oh, everything is fine. This place hasn't been open for 2 weeks. This place has not been open for 2 weeks. I've had to service two of the three ice machines that they've had. I've had to. I took a look at their dishwasher. Um, like I said, they had problems with the cold wells. They had problems with the steamers. They, they've had they've had problems. They've had problems. So don't worry about a place being new. There's lots of opportunity. Lots of opportunity. So yeah, these people, and like the place I'm at, they have two. They got two of these. They don't just have one. They got two. So they always have them because they want to back up because this is the business. That smoker is the business. See, I don't know if he's doing a whole pig or what. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't know what that animal is that's on that thing. So once again, like I told you guys before, uh, hey, caterers, meat packaging processing plants, trucks, trailers, grocery stores. And just like Learned Trade said, Learned Trade is in the convenience store side of things. So convenience stores, right? You got your food service outlets. I try to stay away from competitions. We have this thing here called the rodeo that they do once a year. And they just call it the rodeo. So what we got here? All right, Maya said the ice machine that didn't work on the ice machine that didn't work on the walkthrough. Oh, what do you mean that didn't work on the walkthrough? Yeah. So I took care of that. I end up on Monday getting a new bin thermostat for that ice machine. And I think I got a bunch of pictures. I got a bunch of pictures. I don't think you guys really care about seeing that. If you do, let me know. But yeah, I end up. Hey Mel, how's it going there on the west? You on the west coast or the east coast? Because I think last time I heard you on the west coast. So yeah, my apps. Yeah, the ice machine on that. So this location has one large Manitowoc um, cuber. That's the one with they left the packing on there. West Coast, okay. And then the nugget is 1,100 pound nugget machine on top of the soda dispenser that they own. The contractors damaged the bin thermostat, so the unit didn't know when it was on. Oh, look! You think that's a gator? A smoked gator? I eat alligator. I've eaten alligator since I was a kid. I've never had smoked alligator. I've had fried alligator. I've never had smoked. Never had smoked. But anyway, you can try your hand in it. Not all of them are as involved as the unit that I was dealing with today. Uh, but they are out there. They're out there. Oh, excuse me. I've been working day and night. As some of you know, I've been coming home about 9, 10 o'clock at night every day. Every day. Yeah. That was the one with the bin thermostat. So on Monday we had a flooding situation and a thunderstorm. I have thermostats, but I can't use the thermostats that I have. Why? Because it's manufacturer's warranty. So they have to have the receipt and all that other good stuff. So I end up driving 2 hours. Should have only been a 45-minute drive. Should have only been a 45-minute drive. Matter of fact, you guys don't need to see me. Should have only been a 45-minute drive, but All right, let's see what we got. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let's see what we got here. All right, it says one is on and it's 100%. Yeah, yeah. Number one is on. It's 100%. Let me swap this sucker out. I gotta get some gaffer's tape so I can tape this sucker to my chest. So yeah, I went and got two. They are wireless. Oh, you can't see it. I went and got two. The battery died. I have a thing on the screen. I have so much I have to keep track of. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. All right. So we'll see if this works. See how long that works. Anyway, so this mic is fully charged. Yeah, thank you. This mic is fully charged. So here's the number. There's the number. Here's the number for the smoker. As I said before, sign up with everyone. Sign up with as many manufacturers as possible. You must learn the business. Learn the business. Yeah, they don't give you an email to use. No email. Let's see what they got on the customer service. Yeah, they have all the little videos, troubleshooting, blah, blah, blah. Fun fact, these things get hot. So I had them turn off the unit the night before. So instead of me going on site on Tuesday, because I had the part Monday, instead of going on site Tuesday, I had them shut the unit down Tuesday night so they would be cool enough for me to go ahead and work on it on Wednesday morning. At least take a look at it, see what was going on. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, wow, Instagram is way behind. Oh, there we go. So that's what I had them do so I can get on up there and take a look at this thing. All right, so there's various different things. Tech support is there. They give you. I was working on the EL series. Tech support is there. They will send parts overnight if need be. So here it is. They got quite a bit of information for you. Oh yeah, I do have some information on the inside. So all this is here. This is OLE, Old Hickory. Old Hickory. So you can go to their website, you can check them out. All the information is there. And I see people are a little they're done with that one. But we can move on. We can move on to the more popular things, the walk-ins, the refrigeration, all that good stuff. You guys tell me. The actuator motor, he's overnighting apart. Ugh. So you guys tell me, where do you want to go from here? I want to address a question, right? And that kind of ties in with this. So when I was doing my drive and broadcast, someone was asking, they say, hey, is there a place for cheap parts? The field is so diversified. This industry is so diversified. What do you mean get cheap parts? I mean, it's who the hell is going to have parts for Old Hickory smokers that they're going to be able to give you cheap parts on what Old Hickory has? My best advice, if you're looking for less expensive parts, is to go with the source supplier. Everyone tacks on a little extra, and you learn that on residential, that there is an OEM supplier for an item. I'm looking around to see if I have any part. I don't have anything on me. And this stuff is in catalogs. And these manufacturers go through the catalog and they get the item that meets the spec that they want. But those items aren't specially made for them, with exception, right? So the vast majority of components aren't specialized until they are. So you're not going to get, if you're just starting out, you're not going to know who makes what. That's not going to happen for you for years. You're not going to find that kind of information out for years. If you're working on Old Hickory, you're going to need to get the parts from Old Hickory. And then when you're working on other stuff, you're going to need to get, what was I working on? I was working on a beverage air. It's working on a beverage air unit. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. I was working on this exact unit right here. This is probably why it came up. The evaporator fan motor is sourced from a company that all the HVAC supply houses carry that same brand. So if you know, you can go ahead and pick one up off the shelf that is the exact one. If you don't, and if you go to the supply house, you could pick this off the shelf for $110. If you go and buy it branded, well, not branded, but as a beverage air fan motor, it is $450. So it is not a matter of who has cheap parts, it's a matter of you learning the business. So you're not going to get cheap parts until you learn the business. My advice to you is go and get the parts from the manufacturer. Sometimes the manufacturer will tell you, go and get the parts from Partstown, or go and get the parts from All Points. And now they're telling you to go and get the parts from Encompass and Marcone. So you call the manufacturer and you tell them what you're looking for, and then they will go from there. Beverage air is not going to be that easy to get on with. They are a very well-established company. Let me see if I can find out their history, if they're one of these 100-year-old brands. And there's nothing, they don't even want you to know anything. But here's the training center stuff. Let me see. I know you guys are not going to see much of this, but there it is. There's the beverage air stuff. Let me go on and help out Instagram. There's the beverage air stuff. So it's just what you see here. Beverage-air.com. And they're providing, what a cop out. All right. So I thought they were going to provide you with some training. Beverage Air is part of Ollie Group, which is part of Well Built now. You see they've got the combined name. The merger went through. There's a facility in North Carolina. Yes. So Winston-Salem. Here's where the facility is. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Let me see if you guys can see any of that. This is where they have their training. Safesa goes there. Sometimes they'll have the Safesa training there on their products. Smart Care will have to send their people there. Partstown will send their people there. I haven't gone there. I've always attended the training when they go around the country. And so typically I'll attend the training when they go to Dallas. And they'll bring out some of their training boards and things like that. So this is where they are. They have no problem training you in that facility. They have working units there. They have units that, they have gas, they have water, they have vent hoods, they have everything right there. This is a 3D rendering, but they actually have, this is their like marketing
room, but they actually have a training area. So they're talking about how they did this in 2021. They had an older one, 25 pieces of equipment. This is where you're going to get your training for dishwashers in this very same facility. So this is where Champion, Byline, this is where I will keep Moyer Diebel. Yeah, this is where Moyer Diebel is. All of that training takes place here. The oven training takes place in this same training facility as well. You would have to talk to them about costs. Ever since COVID, all of that training information went away. It was at one point in time published quite often. Not quite monthly, but probably quarterly or bi-monthly. They used to have the schedule come out on when you can go on over there, and you were able to get the training at the factory. This is where the people that make the units were located, and they would train you on their oven line, is. Let me give you that. But here's all the training manuals. Here's all the tech manuals at Beverage Air on their website. The latest, the up to date. This is from them, right? This isn't somebody else that's taking the data and then putting it onto their webpage. And maybe you have the latest and greatest, or maybe you don't. This, you're guaranteed that you have the latest data. Oh yeah, let me show you guys something else. I hate to jump around like this, but I don't have any interaction from y'all. Let me do this one. All right, so you saw that. Wiedsen. All right, I'm a servicer for Wiedsen. This isn't part of Ali Group. This is part of Electrolux. So Electrolux acquired Wiedsen within the last 2 years. 2 to 3 years, they acquired Wiedsen. And I'm going to show you an email. I got an email where they, one of the distributors just contacted me, I guess like 4 or 5 o'clock my time. It's a brand that's been around for a while, but it is new in the United States. So those of you who are in Europe, you already know who Wiedsen is. All right. So, is it much easier to sell customers on preventative maintenance after the appliance breaks down? That all depends on what your proficiency, right? Are the large and mid-sized chains more interested than smaller chains or mom and pops? Okay. Thanks for your question. I do appreciate that. Now, the larger chains and mid-sized chains have preventative maintenance programs baked in. They already know, they're already fully aware that if they have preventative maintenance programs, they will lower their repair costs like tenfold. So when a commercial facility, when a restaurant, Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Red Robin, any of those guys, when they have a piece of equipment that goes down, they lose a lot of money. Because it's not as if there is a service technician sleeping in the corner in their own sleeping bag, waiting on the damn thing to break. They have to wait on somebody to get there. So even if they lose an hour, if they have 30 orders, and that's a low estimate, but if they have 30 orders that go unfulfilled or canceled, because nowadays everybody is doing Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that kind of stuff, and it's extremely difficult to cancel those orders. It's extremely difficult to remove an item from DoorDash, Postmates, and all that. So it creates a cluster. So they want to keep the equipment up and running. they have to keep the equipment up and running. So it's up to you to get in there and get involved with that preventive maintenance program. Tell them you can do it. A lot of service companies don't want to do the preventive maintenance program. It's a lot easier to run and gun. It's a lot easier to just go and repair what's broken. It's more involved to set aside the time to go ahead and clean all these units, test everything out, make sure everything is functioning, look at what's starting to wear, and address the issues that customers are having as far as intermittent problems. You're negotiating a much lower costs, much lower rates for preventative maintenance. The labor rate these service companies get to charge from the time a technician leaves. So if it takes a technician a 2-hour drive to get there, that company is charging that restaurant chain 2-hour drive time. And then they're charging the service call fee when the guy shows up. Then the guy's got to get started. So the entire time the guy's there, if he's able to leave, pick up a part locally, doesn't matter how cheap the part is. If he can pick up the part, doesn't matter if it's $2,000. If he can get the part and get the machine running right then and there, then that's what he's going to do. Doesn't matter what the part costs. You got to get the equipment running. So the entire time the tech is driving to the parts house, the clock is running and they're charging the customer for that time. The amount of time it takes him to get back, they're charging. So all oh goodness gracious, damn it, man. Rich Maliki says, all the time is billed to the customer. The only time that isn't billed to the customer is the time the technician leaves the location and drives home. So you always want to make it dishwashers. Veetsan makes dishwashers. So you always want to make sure that your technician is closest to home when you have them in their day, right? So looked at the website. They are a white label. Other manufacturers, well, Veetsan only makes 2 dishwashers. That's kind of I wouldn't say that they white label. I would say that other people white label their stuff. I have yet to work on the Veetsan. Veetsan is now part of Electrolux. So this looks exactly like the Electrolux units. Could it be the Electrolux dishwasher? It could be. I won't find out until I actually start to work on some and start to get my hands on the parts and look at the origin of the parts, and then I'll find out. I typically don't mess with the Electrolux dishwashers. One of the dealers that I provide service for, they sell Electrolux. They had an extremely difficult time selling Electrolux dishwashers. They actually had one on the floor for more than 2 years without selling it, because if the customer won't accept it, they just won't accept it. They couldn't get a customer to take one at any reduction, at any price reduction. So, it is what it is. All right. So Veetsan only makes dishwashers. They make the undercounter and they make this upright. So that's it. There's the undercounter. So they make it in single phase and in 3-phase. They make it in 208 and 240 volts. So this one is a single phase, 240 volts, single phase, 60 hertz. So here is the upright. It is a 3-phase, 208. And why they don't make a 3-phase 220, I don't know. 240, I don't know. So they also have a, where'd it go? Interesting. So this is the oh, why is it not showing me the other one? I don't know why. I don't know why this thing is hanging up on this, but they have a single phase. The single phase is a higher voltage than the three phase. The three phase is 208. But they have all the service manual and everything. You just click right on it. Let me show you this one. You can click right on it. Here's the service manual. No one's hiding anything from you. The only one that's going to make it difficult for you is one of the Illinois Toolworks brands, which is Hobart. Hobart, Vulcan, Baxter, they can make things a little difficult for you. Everyone else is going to say, please take it. Please read it. We spent a lot of money getting this thing made. Please take a look at it. So here's all the information here. If you ever get a Wietzen, they have no problem. Ooh, I know this brand. They have no, this is a chemical pump. Oh, nice. They have no problem providing you with tech support and helping you out in any way you need. So, all right. So what do we have from 63 Impala? Your vacuum pump went out in the middle of a repair. All right, you did a sweep charge. Yeah, I've done sweep charges on R290. Pulled down to 43 degrees by the time you left. Do you think it will last? Yes, I think it will last. I come from the land of sweep charges. I come from, in the early days, the guys didn't even use it. Back in the 90s, hardly anybody used a vacuum pump. There were guys that used vacuum pumps, but there were guys that the vast majority hardly use a vacuum pump. I think my father and I, we didn't start using vacuum pumps until like 2000 something. But when we started in the 90s, we didn't use vacuum pumps. I came home from college one day and I saw my father had all these damn vacuum pumps. He was going crazy buying vacuum pumps from people. So what the hell are these things, Pop? And he was just buying vacuum pumps. So the reason why your vacuum pump failed is you're not changing your oil. You have to change your oil after each and every pull down, evacuation. You are supposed to drain out. Yeah, see? You're supposed to drain out that oil. Your vacuum pump oil is clear. Let's see here. Your vacuum pump oil is clear. All right? See it here? It is clear. Vacuum pump oil is clear. That one is slightly orangish color, but it's clear. It's supposed to be clear, just like what you see here. After each evacuation, you're supposed to dump it. Now, there's nothing that says that you can't use that old vacuum pump oil as cutting oil. There's nothing that says that you can't use that old vacuum pump oil for other purposes. I use it for cutting oil when I have to, drill a hole into metal, do things like that. It's still not as thick as cutting oil, but it's better than not using. It's better than 409. So I keep my old vacuum pump oil in Polygirl beer bottles. I don't know if you guys should be my age. That's the beer bottle with the plunger, with the plug that you push down. Those don't leak, so I put those in those bottles, and then I'll use that as cutting oil. It doesn't really work so well as lubricating oil because there's so many other things in that oil, but use it as that. But you're supposed to, after every single evacuation, especially if there's a contamination in there, if the system is open for a while, you definitely want to get rid of that oil. That oil helps to provide the seal when it's pulling down, and it also lubricates the motor. Yeah, so that's what my father is criminal. the vacuum pump police have an outstanding warrant for my father. He is he's the Hannibal Lecter of vacuum pumps. So he doesn't change his oil as much. And he's like, oh, Sonny, vacuum pumps he's got like a graveyard of vacuum pumps. I've never had a vacuum pump. I've never had a vacuum pump fail because of that. I had it where I dropped stuff on top of the electronic components and it damaged that. I've had it where I've damaged the rear of the vacuum pump that protects the blower wheel, and so I've had that happen, and I've had to repair that, but I've never had one fail from or not be able to pull down properly. Oh goodness gracious! You're not even using the same oil. You're not even using the same oil for 2 systems, much less 2 years. So you want to get rid of it. What you do is you charge the customer for the oil. You charge the customer for the oil. Whatever you want to charge them, that is up to you. Let's see how much this oil costs. All right, so this is I carry smaller, like this black gold. I typically end up getting smaller containers of vacuum pump oil because usually something happens to mine. This larger one would be nice. That's $39. There's supplyhouse.com. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. There's supplyhouse.com. So I'm wearing the supplyhouse.com t-shirt. This is their what they've got set aside for us, Grainger. So see, you can pick it up locally, any Grainger. See, $30. Grainger has been pretty good with that lately. I've gotten some I've gotten some of those PC fan, all that stuff, 120 volt PC fan motors. I got those for like $20-$30 from Grainger. So yes, you can get your vacuum pump from the HVAC supply house. You can get it from the residential appliance supply house. You can get this from Grainger. You can get this from Grainger. So there's their vacuum pump oil for $30. Supplyhouse.com is $39. But this is like new Calgon. But Grainger is $39. So Grainger is getting aggressive, man. Grainger is getting aggressive. $30. Grainger used to be like, everything used to be so sky high with Grainger. So, and then they even have the other brands. So here's the web price of $16 for the 1 quart. And this is the one we're looking at, the super cool, is 1 gallon. All right, so let me see what you guys got going on. Oh, you guys can really see that. My bad. So here it is right there. And it is $30. $30 for a gallon of vacuum pump oil. So you want to change your oil. I can attest to this fact. You will pull better vacuums, faster vacuums. It is not hype. It is all true. Everything that you hear, some of these guys, they will actually change their vacuum pump oil while they're evacuating a system. I don't go that far, but there are vacuum pumps specially designed for you to monitor the contamination level of your oil, for you to be able to stop while you're pulling a vacuum. The vacuum will hold. You can change out the vacuum pump oil using their cartridge system, and then you can slap in a new container full of vacuum pump oil and then keep on going. Yeah, I know. Costly lesson, unfortunately. You do know that you can rebuild your vacuum pump. All right. I don't know if you went and got one of the cheap Chinese ones or if you went and got like a JB or a Yellow Jacket. Let me know in the chat which one you got. If you got a cheap Chinese knockoff or a Yellow Jacket or something like that. Because if you got Yellow Jacket, if you got JB, if you got Appian, if you got any one of those top name brands, you could rebuild your vacuum pump. Let's see here. So here's one from Master. Here's one from Master Cool. Say so you can rebuild the unit. $139. You can rebuild it. Oh, Harbor Freight. Okay. Ooh. And so all right. So once you get it swapped out, as you make more money, you're going to want to up the CFM of your vacuum pump. You're going to want to up the CFM. Let me show you some of those. So as you can see, once you go and get a better class of vacuum pump, you'll be able to keep it longer because you'll be able to rebuild it. So when you actually buy real items, there's value in having Master Cool. There's value in having Yellow Jacket. There's value in having JB. There's value in having these premium items such as the vacuum pumps. And even these are vacuum pumps. So once you remove the A2Ls from the system, as far as R290, 600, once you remove those refrigerants from the system, you could use this regular vacuum pump to pull down. Yes, I know there is still R290 in the oil, but you could still use these vacuum pumps to pull down. They're perfectly fine. So I have an extremely high CFM on my vacuum pump. Let me see here. I don't have a sponsor yet, so I'm not going to say any names of what vacuum pump I got. Let me see. I'm going to get the Milwaukee one. I'm going to get the Milwaukee one. And this is going to I am going to get this one. So is it probably made by Navac? I'm fairly certain it's made by Navac. I'm like 90% certain that it's probably made by Navac. Why wouldn't it be? Ooh, they finally started doing deals on this sucker. So and just so everyone knows, right? Everybody's like, oh, this is so high, it's so expensive. They're all crying about it. Look, the only reason why the damn thing is so expensive is because it comes with a $250 battery. If you take $250 off of the cost of the damn vacuum pump, it won't be so high. But it comes with one. If you do want to step it up, there's your Elitech. That's $389. That is your 7 CFM instead of just that 3 CFM. You're really wasting a lot of time with your 3 CFM. So you're gonna want to up it. Mine is a ridiculous number. I do like the fact that it pulls down fast. These are like 5, and well, yeah, the Milwaukee is 5. That's a recovery. But just know they do go up to like 10. They go up to like 10 and 12 CFM. on the vacuum pumps, not the recovery, on the vacuum. I'm a Testo guy. Am I tempted by this? I am very tempted by this, extremely tempted. But once again, this is the exact same price you would look at on a Milwaukee if it didn't include the battery. If the Milwaukee didn't have the battery, you're looking at this price. You're looking at this price. And this is from True Tech Tools. So, I would go Testo out. It's a 7 CFM. Is this probably made by Navac? More than likely. Look at how this one in the Hercules. So here's more Harbor Freight. What is this one? Oh, it's just let's see. They won't even get us a CFM. So now you can get now from Harbor Freight, if you're on the Harbor Freight platform, if you're using one of their batteries, there's nothing wrong with this. There is nothing wrong with this if you already have the investment in their battery platform. Go nuts. Go nuts. It's in stock. Yeah, it's in stock near me. See, they're already trying to compare it to Navac. So, which means Navac probably makes it for them. This appears to be rebuildable. So you can rebuild this sucker. I don't see anything there, but 9 times out of 10, you can rebuild it. You could use your Hercules batteries. So go nuts. Go nuts. It looks nice and portable. I am not on this platform. I do not own any of their batteries. My cousin, God rest his soul, used to love Harbor Freight. That was his place. He introduced me to Harbor Freight. All his stuff came from Harbor Freight. So we've been on here almost, over an hour, about an hour and a half. Anything else you all want to cover before we wrap this up? I'm going to try to, as burnout sets in, I'm going to try to do more live streams. Burnout season has come early. Let me make it bigger. Like Rev Supreme said, let me cam up for this. The season has started already. The busy season is already here. I do not do air conditioners. Everybody else does air conditioners. So everybody else is running to take care of air conditioners, which leaves all the other appliances with no one to get to them. You will notice an uptick as the temperature starts to rise up. You're going to notice an uptick in calls from desperate people. All that means is you were spending way too much time waiting on a vacuum. The oil is what gives you your vacuum. So that's what causes the seal, is that vacuum oil. Anyway, so yeah, you be ready for the uptick in calls. So my advice to you all is to sign up with each and every manufacturer you most possibly can. This is nice. I need a fan, so I don't have my fan. My fan got stolen from a job site like 2 years ago, and this is the new fan. This is the 2.0. So this is actually a good deal. That's a $150 fan. That automatically knocks that down. So that knocks that down to $700. And you get a battery. Oh, you guys can't see that. Oh, you like the dishwasher content, huh? You like it? So, matter of fact, hold on. Let me end on the dishwasher content. Let me end on that. because I really want to go ahead and. So the rest of you guys, if you want to leave, go ahead and leave. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this on dishwasher content. So that's what the request is. So that's what I'm gonna end on. Let me see what Instagram's got to say. Nothing. Nada. All right. I got 2 people over there. Loving the dishwasher content, huh? All right. So I covered Veetsan. You can, if you call Veetsan, if you email Veetsan, you'll get signed up with Veetsan because they don't have anybody. So they just recently got established in the US. They don't have anyone. My advice to you is stay away from Hobart. Let me see what we got here. So my advice is to stay away from Hobart. So I have 2 dishwasher items to give you. Okay, we're gonna start. I'm just gonna start rolling this in. All right, cool. Just selecting. Selecting. Let me pop that on over. So my apps ask you questions while we're getting this prepped. Hit me with it. Hit me with it so we don't have too much of dead air. So what have you been working on as far as dishwashers? So I'm going to share this so you guys can see. Let me just get this window going. Oops, my bad. All right, so now here we go with the dishwashers. Bam, got it. Uh-oh. Playing around. Sorry about that. All right, I got it in the background. This actually is a CMA. So this one is a CMA dishwasher. And once again, the system is showing it sideways. Oh, you can't see that. Shoot. Hold on a second. Let me share this for you. With you. Man, that's gonna be odd. Sorry, this is sideways. Let me start it back on over. You're gonna have to use your imagination. Turn your head to the side or whatever. So this customer had a CMA upright dishwasher. Oh, this is after I changed it. And the problem they were having is that this unit will pull a plunger out of that area right there. This part of the drain, it'll pull that plunger out, and it'll cause the unit to evacuate all the water from the drum. Oh God, I don't know if you guys even saw that. So what'd you say? You're going back to look at my. There are a lot of charcoal chicken places. Yeah. So definitely do. You can always ask them what brand they have. You will not be able to stop them from talking about that. Oh, let me see what we got. So let me do this again. So what you're looking at is if you tilt your head to the side. So you have single pole contactors involved with these units. This is a low temp. This is a low temp unit. Low temp means that there's no booster heater involved with this. Let me see here. Where is my... There we go. Let me see if I can show you this one. Stop this one, and I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you the still photos. These will be upright. These will be upright. There we go. Let's start from the beginning. This is what makes the magic happen. This is a timer. This is very old school. The federal government is phasing out the timer system. Everyone is going towards digital. Everyone's going with a digital control systems. So that's a better view. What I did was I used dielectric gel, and I coated all the metal parts of that unit to prevent it from rusting. You can see the orange, it's already starting to corrode. So it was already starting to rust. So I had to begin to lubricate the different parts, so we wouldn't have any other issues. Let me see what I can do here. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me go up one. We'll go up two. So here's the ball valve plunger. There's a chain here attached to a motor that will pull this plunger up. This is the contactor where all the power goes to it. It can handle higher voltage, but this one is 110 volts. The coil, this is the coil where you see the copper there. The coil is 120 volts. That's very important. You got 24 volts on up, and you have to make sure that this is not a 220 volt, but a 120 volt contactor. And this is a single pole. So that is the position. This is in the box, in the control box, mounted on the very top of the dishwasher. At the very top, 90% of your dishwashers, that's where you're going to find the controllers. So that is where the power is coming in. It feeds through there. That contactor is directing all the power to the components. And that's pretty much what makes the magic happen. All right, so let me see here. What did you got to say? Yeah, the only way to find out who is doing what is to actually speak to people. If you don't speak to people, you're never going to know. And they're never going to know who you are. All right, so I got more pictures coming up. Let me see what we got here. So here we go. So we got more pictures. This is the contactor all wired up. I never know what you guys are going to be into. You guys are they're into some stuff. Okay. So here's the contactor. You always want to take pictures and videos. I know that I have you all to show these to, but it is you can get free storage, photo storage. Get the free storage. So what I've done here is this is the original contactor. We had chattering, just as you see burnt out and carbon buildup on contactors for air conditioning. These are commercial dishwashers. They use the same thing. Now, as you all ask about, hey, is there any cheap parts? When it comes to this, you can go ahead and use, contactors that you buy in bulk. There is no such thing as an OEM contactor on this kind of deal. All right, let's see here. We don't have any questions on Instagram. So you can go ahead, as long as the coil voltage is correct, go nuts. Knock yourself out. You're not going to cause any harm to anybody, and you're not going to short your client by giving them a different type of contactor. All right, let me see here. What do we have? So yeah, that one you saw. Let me see. Let's see what else we got here. So with this guy, what I did was, and I've dealt with this from cradle to grave. I didn't put this in, but I was the very first servicer on the scene. All these years later, he tried calling. There's nobody else but me. When you get with dishwashers, I mean, the amount of competition you're going to have is going to drop through the floor. So there it is. I made sure everything is matched up, line everything up so you guys can see where it is. Here we go. And now I'm showing you these ball valves. And I'm going to show you the motor that's used to pull this thing up. So this is the only thing that stands between your client washing dishes and not being able to wash dishes. The gray one is the ball valve that is the original. The orange one is the new one. So as you can see, over time, these things shrink. They're dealing with hot water. They're dealing with chemicals, and it will do a number on it. These dishwashers need to be maintained quarterly. If they, you could do them annually, but they need service. They need service every year. They are at various stages of failure if they're not getting service every quarter. And that is the descaling, deliming, getting rid of the fat solid buildup that's in there. And I had just really weird issue with this one where every so often the motor that's in my hand wouldn't pull up the ball valve and let the water out. So what I end up doing is, I end up changing that contactor, because if the contactor doesn't pull in, then it's not going to energize the motor and cause it to retract, cause it to pull up into the holder and allow the water to leave the unit. And what you end up having is dirty water in the dishwasher. It's designed to flush out all of that old water, fill it with fresh water, and in an attempt to, try to clean these dishes more. All right. So how we doing? How we doing so far? How are you guys feeling about the subject? Like I said, like I've always said, questions, comments, and concerns. All right, so here we go. That's your chemical pump. Okay. So now we're going to continue back on from where we were. This is the condition of this motor that's involved with pulling that plunger out of the water and unblocking the drain. That's part of the machine. The drain, that's part of the basin for the dishwasher. Due to the customer doesn't like to turn the air conditioning on, so you have a lot of humidity, have a lot of buildup. The fats from the food, they don't spray hose off the dishes and the pots and pans very well. So then you end up with all this fat, and it ends up causing the units to malfunction, the different components to malfunction. So what you see in my hand, closer towards my wrist and close to the base of my pinky, that item actually pulls in. So the coil, that magnet in the center, that energizes. It will pull this up, pull that plunger up, and then let the water leave the unit. This dishwasher is only 4 years old. Oh wow, I've been on here a long time. I just killed the battery on my light. So if I look a little different, that's because I just lost the battery. So this is its current placement. That is where you'll find this mechanism, and it pulls up. It'll pull the rest of it. So the chain and everything is apart because I had to take it off to change it. Now, let me make sure you guys are seeing the same thing. Make sure Instagram is following along. All right. So You're getting to see all the fun stuff. And I'm surprised I have as many people here as I do. What you're seeing here in this picture is what happens when you don't have preventative maintenance done. The chemicals that go through these lines are deteriorating the plastic. So they're not as pliable, they become brittle. When they become brittle, they're constantly being moved and then they crack. Then what you have here is you have the chemical, instead of it going through these parasolic pumps, instead of them going through these pumps, they end up spilling their measured dosage. They end up spilling that on the outside, and it's not going to the dishes, and it's just exacerbating the problem. So there's no detergent going inside the unit to help break down and kill the bacteria and help the fat solids from, helping them to dissolve and go down the damn drain. So you actually have two different components here. You have the soft vinyl that gets this mechanism here. It squeezes, and sorry about that. As it squeezes the pump, it creates a slight vacuum. And so as that pump rotates, it's drawing liquid through one end of the hose and then forces it down the other in a measured fashion. So it just doesn't dump. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So as it rotates, it'll siphon, it'll draw up, and then it'll equally deposit down the same amount it brought in. So that's what that does. If that does not work, the health department will come and they will shut them down. The health department will come, they will find them. The health department will come and they will lower their rating from A to B, from C to D. Nothing good happens when this does not function. People can get sick because now they're serving you your food on dishes that aren't clean. All right. So if somebody was eating and then not to be vulgar or anything, but they were eating and then it wasn't quite to their liking and they spit it back out on the plate, you're now eating food off a plate that somebody had spit on and it didn't get washed properly. Nothing killed the bacteria from that person's mouth. Right? So you are quite useful if you know how to work on these pumps. The vast majority of dishwasher techs do not work on pumps. I am one of the few in my market that do. And that's yeah, what the hell am I talking about? There's only a few of us anyway. It's only four of us that aren't big companies. There's only 4 of us that aren't corporate America. So Autoclor is here, Trimark, which is ISI, they're here. They work on dishwashers. And let me show you the state of, and then I got one more. Shoot. Let me show you the state of, this is how this sucker looks, by the way. Coming right up. How much longer do you guys want me to go anyway? Let's see what we got here. It should come through. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if it is here. All right, so this is what it looks like. And this is after I somewhat cleaned it up. This is what you would see out in the field. All of what you saw is this. The plunger motor, the orange plunger in gray, that is this machine that you see before you. You want to know how much this thing costs? Let me show you how much my dish machine. Oh, I have to end that. Hold on one second. Oh, come on, man. Sorry, coming right up. I have to stop one screen. Keep rambling. Really? You guys still want me to ramble on? You catch a gym every now and then off my mutterings, huh? All right, cool. Muttering on. And here we go. Coming up right now. Boom. Now, do you see the cost of these? This is a low temp. This is $5,000. This is $5,000. Right? What is that? What do you see there? What do you see before you? That's the same machine. Same machine. They've been cranking out that same machine for 60 years. Probably longer than 60 years. Only now has the federal government made them change that. So there's a lot of costs involved with just taking one of those out. Just so you know, if you need to charge $4,000, $5,000 to fix that, that is perfectly fine. They will pay it. Why will they pay you $5,000 to fix an existing machine when they could buy a new one for $5,000? It's because the install, let me make myself bigger, because the install on that is going to be around $2,000. So they're going to spend $5,000 plus another $2,000, plus they got to have the chemical guy. If it's not going to be you, they got to have the chemical guy come and pick it up. Come in and hook up everything, adjust the pumps, because they always have to, the chemical dosage must always go through test procedures to make sure everything is signed off on. So you got that. So they're going to pay. If they don't pay you, they're going to pay somebody else. And they're not going to pick up the phone and say, hey, I need a dishwasher. And that dishwasher is going to show up by the end of the day. They're not going to pick up the phone and say, hey, I need a new dishwasher, and even going to get one the next day. The existing unit must have the water supply removed to it. All that PVC that you saw when the video was sideways, all that PVC has to be removed. I don't know if you guys have seen me do the tack welding. So you got to tack weld. It should be tack welded. So oftentimes we will weld what's called the dish table, the rest of the stainless steel shelving. We will weld it to the dishwasher. That somebody got to take an angle grinder and they got to grind off those welds, and then you got to remove it. They don't come with a plug. You're going to have to disconnect the power. You're going to have to wire in the new one, and then they better hope that sucker is they're ordering the right orientation, so the dishes can come in one way and go out the other. They have these L configurations and whatnot. So yes, they will pay you, and they have paid me without any arguments. No one is concerned about how much it is to fix it. They just want it fixed. So here's the motor. I've shown you all. I carry the motor with me. Let me show you how much the motor is. CMA dish machine pump motor. All right, so what we got there? What that looking like? What that looking like? See that there? That is $1,000. That's $1,000. $1,100. Parstown got 7 in stock. So do you see how quickly your service fee? You see how quickly your charge can get up there. Let me move my square. Okay. You see how quickly a repair to one of those dishwashers can get up quite quickly to the $4,000 mark, to the $5,000 mark. So if they have creepy crawlers that get into the motor, cause the motor to fail. You saw I've changed contactors. The you need new plunger. You can have issues with the timer. You can have the whole pump for the chemical needs to be changed. The whole lines for those might need to be changed. The numbers can get up there. Numbers can get up there. And there are other things. You can have leaks where you need to remove the wash arms and then put in a whole new seal for the dishwasher. So you might go to a place and you might see water dripping below the dishwasher, and that is due to the seal below the wash arm. It has worn away, and it's just rubber. It's just rubber. Let me see if I can show you that one. All right, CMA dish machine. Let's see here. What is called? Seal? Let's see what it's called. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else. Let me see what they call it. You don't have to replace them that often, but wash arm seal. Yes, here it is. So this little $10 gasket, $6 gasket, I actually need to stock some. So you see there are 3 of them. You actually do need about 3 different gaskets. You have the felt, and then you got the rubber. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. You got the felt and the rubber. So you say, oh, but Mike, it's $10. What the hell are you talking about? How the hell are you going to make $10, a $10 part, into, $800, $900 job? I'll tell you how. You must unbolt the lower wash arm. You must then scrape off that rubber. Then you got to make sure it's clean, completely smooth, completely dry. Then you have to apply adhesive. Put that down. Everything must line up. And then you have to bolt everything back down. It must dry. And then you got to bolt everything back down again. And then you have to guarantee it. So I've just said it within a couple of seconds. It is not a couple of seconds to do. Oftentimes, there are other parts of the wash arm assembly that you have to remove from the frame of the unit. Because let me see if I can show you the wash arm assembly, the lower wash arm assembly. All right, CMA dish lower wash arm. Nope. Damn it. There we go. Assembly. It looks like this. And this actually isn't it, but right. So there is the seal. So you see this here, that's $234. Make sure. So that's $234. So this is something that is a labor intensive job. Yeah, this is the lower spray arm base. Everything is repairable on a dishwasher. Dishwashers can stay out in the field for 30, 40 years. So there's 30, 40 years worth of consistent income. As long as the location stays in operation, you can make income off of dishwashers, which is why I always champion commercial dishwashers. See, this is not a common part to change. They've only got one. 234. So yeah, this job alone is over $1,000 job. Will it take you that long to do? It won't take you that long to do. Hey, brother Frank, what's happening? So it won't take you that long to do. It is not something that the average person on YouTube is going. It's not something that anyone on YouTube is going to attempt because there are other roadblocks in the way. I want to try and show you guys this assembly. It's not working out that way for me today. It is not quite working out that way. So this is the final rinse. That is up top. Final rinse pipe. And which one is this? I don't think this is for upright. Oh, this is for upright. This is for 180. That's exactly what you saw. So you got these. Like I said, it's luckily there's your cheap part. So you're talking about $100 part, and then you're talking about $1,000 repair. So you're talking about $1,000 repair, a labor-intensive repair, a repair that I've never seen a how-to owner, a how-to guy attempt to do. Oh, thank you, brother Frank. I was going over dishwashers. I didn't get a chance. I was supposed to do training. So if you all could please remind me, if you do not see me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, X, or Facebook, feel free to drop some messages in the comment, and then I'll be able to come on. I'll come on and I can address that so we can talk about the air conditioning, the zero zone, and all that kind of stuff. It gets I get reminded of it when I see certain names, certain people in the chat. It reminds me, oh yeah, that's right. I do need to talk about this, that, and the other. So yes, so here's all the dishwasher goodness. So you guys got to see, hey, look, and just those pictures I showed you, I changed 3 parts: a contactor, the motor for the drain, and then the drain plug. So yeah, that was over $1,000 ticket. You know, it is what it is. They're not going to readily change out a dishwasher. It is a big deal to change out a dishwasher. All right, so this is actually a pretty good question. Would that repair be in the manual, or is it you have to learn it from someone? You would have to. Let's see here. Let me show you real quick. They've made attempts, and when I say they, I mean CMA. Let's see here. Dish machines. We'll go to CMA's website. I did the wrong thing. 1 second. CMA dish machines. We are going to go to their website. Mr. Katz has, before he retired, he made videos. He made as many videos as he could before he rode off into the sunset. Let's go into the videos. Support. And so when Mr. Katz retired, they had to replace him with 3 other people. Support videos. They had to replace Mr. Katz with 3 people. Oh, okay. It's nice. All right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'm speaking to the people on Instagram. Had some people happy to see it live. All right. So here, when you go to CMA Dish Machine's website, they have the videos. They're a little dated. All right, so let's see here. Conveyor. Mainly, these are going to be about how to install the units and how to use them. You don't really see many repair. Upright temperature. Let's see here. Sorry about that. These videos are on YouTube. Fair use. They use some music. So let me turn this music down. Let me turn it down even more than that. So mainly their videos revolve around install. Oh, I'm saying it's on Venmo. I'm in Venmo. Venmo, whatever the hell it's called. So they took some of the. No, that's the ventless. So the VL is the ventless. There's the CMA 180. I guess it's just the equipment they were using is a little old to record this. So he does cover a little bit of some of this, so I can add the music now. I mean the sound.
These units require a 140-degree water supply through 2 water inlet valves. One is for the initial fill valve, and the other is for the freshwater high-temperature final rinse.
Complicated.
All units will require a 2-inch drain line, which can be directed to either the building's plumbing directly
all this stuff is
or
here.
to a floor drain
All
or
this
floor
stuff is here
sink
for you to
if one is
find.
located near the dishwasher.
All
These
that
units are
plumbing must
typically ordered with a booster
done.
heater
This is
built
high
right into
temp,
the
and
framework
this
or
has
footprint of the
2
dishwasher.
heaters.
This
Each one of
booster
those-
heater
those
will be
boxes you
pre-mounted
see
and plumbed
have
directly into
elements
the
in
final rinse plumbing. These models can be ordered without a booster heater. However, its installation will be required to run these machines as high-temperature dishwashers. In the event a unit is ordered without a booster heater, and you find one is required, it can be ordered as an add-on kit installed in the field.
Vimo, yes.
The power requirements
Vimo,
for
that's-
all Model 180 series dishwashers are 208 volts to 240 volts, single
Sorry,
phase or
ahead.
3-phase, and they can be installed with a single or dual power source.
They
These models can also be special
stand-
ordered as
from
a
the
380
standpoint of
volt
these
or 480 volt dishwasher,
manufacturers, they
though at the
believe
time
that
of your
these
order,
things
it
are
must be specified
extremely
as a
simple to
50
work
or 60
on.
hertz unit.
As I
At the
mentioned
top of
earlier,
each dishwasher is the
it
control
is-
box, where all
I mean,
electrical
you're
connections are
replacing
made.
pipes. All it is
This
pipes.
also includes the connections for the
pump-
chemical
the
dispensers,
pump is
detergent,
what's
and rinse
forcing
aid.
the water
In the
through.
back of the
There's
control
no
box,
motor that
which is located
moves
on the left-hand
mechanism.
side near
There's
the
no
bottom,
motor that moves
is the
spray
conduit
arms
connection
around.
for the main power
Spray
wire.
arms are
Pass through
propelled
to the main terminals
by
L1,
the
L3 for single-phase
force
installation,
of the water
and
going
the L2
through the
terminal, which is
nozzles
used for a
on the-
3-phase
on the
installation.
wash arms. That's it. That's
Please
all.
remember that if the location has a high leg or wild leg, it must be connected to the L2 terminal in
There we
all
go.
3-phase applications. Located at the top of the terminals are the dispenser terminals for the detergent and rinse aid signals.
All right, I'm gonna
Red for detergent
jump
and blue
ahead.
for rinse aid.
Now you know. You just
The
go to
main
the
power is
manufacturer.
being installed with
All of
extremely
this
high
stuff
or
that
low
you
water
guys are
pressure.
asking me about, you go to the manufacturers.
This unit has 2 available options that can be ordered from the factory,
These
which can be
are
installed in the field for units that are already in service.
a lot more
First is the exhaust
friendly
fan control.
to new people.
This
than,
option
than a
is used to
conveyor
control the
system.
activation and deactivation of
flight
the
system.
exhaust fan, which during
So,
installation is placed
My
over the
advice to
dishwasher
you
in
is-
most facility
is
locations.
This one looks a little.
Also,
looks a
this
little
unit may require
scarier
a drain
than
tempering
the-
kit to quench
than
or
the
cool down the
under-counter.
water being
But
discharged from
this
the
one is
machine
way
during the rinse
easier
cycle.
to work on than the undercounter. The undercounter is
The
is
dishwasher
one of
has
the
2 water
hardest
valves,
units to serve.
one for the autofill feature of the dishwasher,
The one that
located
looks
directly
like
behind
a
the main control
residential
box at
dishwasher
almost the center of the
is
dishwasher,
always the hardest one.
and the
to
final
use.
rinse valve,
It is-
located
it
at
is-
the rear left-hand
there is-
corner of the
it is
dishwasher.
a lot more involved.
Both
to
valves
diagnose,
are fed
so
by one ball
lot more
valve
involved to
with a
serve.
built-in line strainer to keep
The
debris out of the
teardown
dishwasher plumbing system.
is
The final
more-
rinse
more
is
of a
water
pain
supplied directly
than
to the
it is
booster
the
before
upright.
entering the final
Upright
rinse arms through a pressure
have very
regulator
little
valve
drama.
or PRV.
very little. You
The
don't
final
start to
rinse
get the
pressure
drama
should be
again
20
until you start
psi
to-
plus or minus 5
start to
psi.
lengthen out.
However, for best results,
So anyway,
we
so
found
they're
the most
explaining
optimum
to you,
pressure to be 22
you
to
know,
23
how the unit
psi.
functions and
The gauge
all
will
that good stuff.
cover the final rinse temperature. Both arms, unscrew and remove the end caps.
Some of you have seen
Clean
me
the
work
jets
on
using a
these
toothpick or
dishwashers.
soft bristled brush,
See me go through
and
that.
always rinse
Yeah, this
thoroughly
is
with
how
fresh
the
water.
dishwasher works.
If
That
the arms have
pumps the
scale
water
buildup,
through here,
use a chemical
and as those-
descaler as
as
recommended
that
for your
water
chemical
shoots through
supplier.
those openings, it pushes.
Remember to read all labels and
spray
follow
up
the
around.
chemical handling instructions.
That is
Full
how the
scrap
unit
trays
works.
that are located on
So
the
here it is
bottom
right
right-hand
here.
side of the wire.
That's what I was trying to show you earlier. That is the base. Underneath that circular section right there, there is a seal. And so you're going to unbolt that unit and you're going to scrape all that up and you're going to glue it down. There isn't, if they included instructions, it's just going to say exactly what I just told you. Scrape it off, clean the area, even with some fine grit sandpaper, clean the area, then add more glue. So you're going to add the glue and then you're going to place that seal down, and then you're going to clamp down the, you're going to bolt that base, that knuckle back down. And so with that, and this goes with, this is with Champion, this is CMA, this is with Wietzen, this is with Electrolux, this is all of them. It isn't specific to one particular brand. This is just working on any dishwasher, which is why dishwashers are some of my favorite. It's just that dishwashers, let me make myself big here. Dishwashers are a challenge to acquire them as a client. It's a little more involved to get one than say an ice machine. An ice machine is far easier to get a client servicing their ice machine than it is their dishwasher. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I've been working since 7-8 o'clock this morning. I didn't finish till like 5. The other day, I didn't finish until 9-10 o'clock. Same with Monday. Busy season is here. For me, it's just that all the guys that ordinarily would get in my way and try to work on the stuff I work on, they're no longer doing that. My air conditioner's been kicking on all night. It's been 90 degrees the last couple of days. With that, I'm going to say have a good night. Feel free to leave your questions and comments and concerns in any of the messages on any of the videos. I can address those things. I can even do a video on it. I am currently at around 650 subscribers on YouTube. I need to get to 1,000 so that I can have someone to talk to at YouTube about straightening out my monetization. So until then, my channel isn't monetized. Instagram is around the same. It's around 600 or so people on Instagram. I do appreciate all of you. The Instagram focuses more on the items that I'm working on. You get to see the components, how I'm actually working on them, what kind of issues you're having. So if you add my Instagram, you'll see more of a complete picture on the industry. This platform on the YouTube is more for showing you about where the training is, who the manufacturers are, more about the business, because I'll do more about the business on some of the other videos. That's why I'll do more videos more often, just because I can't do any more work. I can't do any more work. I'll probably end up getting hurt. So we're going to end this. We're going to end this here. And then I'll address your questions later on in different comments. And then I'll bring them up in the other videos. So you guys have a good night.
You can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna.
We do here is go back. What we do here is go back, 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 back.